for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke Radio. For the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? How you doing? Today's Thursday, June 24th, 2021. 176 days into the new year. Only 189 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of nowhere. A total undisclosed location. But it is beautiful. How you doing? How you doing? All right, man. I got to get this right, man, so I can swivel. I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? All right. Wow. It's Fadernight. It's Thursday night. It's open lines. Your calls, your conversation, UFOs, conspiracy, time travel, the paranormal, the supernatural, lost history, pop culture, guitars, food, the UAPTF report that didn't happen today. Yeah. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I was, my fingers were crossed. It's going to go down tomorrow. And as soon as I wrap the show tonight, I got to pack and then get to the airport first thing in the morning and fly back to Indianapolis. So my updates will be coming via cell phone while traveling. Lots of fun, right? And kind of bummed about that. I was today through a flood of phone calls and talking to some friends of mine, bouncing around. I talked to, of course, Richard Dolan first thing, but I talked to some other friends in the business, and they all had this. So, what's the secret information, man? What? I don't know. I disclosed all of my secret info this week. I got nothing else, man. I'm waiting just like everybody else, and so it's probably going to happen tomorrow. And I had to decline a bunch of opportunities this weekend to go on some other shows and do some things and some media requests. And no, I'm going to go and spend my time with family and friends, and that's what I'm going to do. I'll be back on Monday, though. We've got a great week lined up next week. Yeah, it's truly going down. It's pretty exciting. So there you go. All right. Open lines tonight, 747-228-2051. I've already got calls coming in, and all right, I'm just going to bust these out. I'm just letting you know, you're going to be on hold for a while. I know you want to be up first. You're going to get the music, and you're going to get parked. And there you go, 747-228-2051. Want to remind everybody, This July 17th is the date for you for our Forbidden Disclosure online conference with Richard Dolan, Linda Moulton Howe, Lou Elizondo, Nick Pope, Billy Carson, and myself. An 11-hour all-day live event. One day, everything is going to be laid out for you. Tickets and info are available in the description box below if you're over on YouTube. And just click, go over, get your tickets now. And for everybody else, go over to jimmychurchradio.com. You'll see the Forbidden Disclosure Conference banner right there. Click on that. Head over and get your tickets. Get your tickets now. It's going to be great. I'm really, really looking forward to get that lineup together in one day. Extraordinary. World class. This is going to be an extraordinary event. So click on the links in the video description box below or head over to jimmychurchradio.com. We've also got it posted up all throughout social media. Forbidden Knowledge TV. Billy Carson went live today in doing this, and I can't do anything this weekend. So, please go and get your tickets now, and then I'll be back on Monday. Okay? All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. At JChurchRadio. The Sandbox is hashtag F2B on Twitter, and I can't get my eyes off of, I'm just telling you right now, I can't get my eyes off of YouTube, Plan B, Zapato Supreme, James Clayton, Richard Jensen, Stephen Elder, Danny Bailey, Edward Truitt. I'm just telling you right now, there's Zenzabil, Raphael, Leslie, Leandrio. Did I say that right? I don't know. Man, it is Ron J. The amount of people that hang out in this cupcake sugar, what? Parmesan cheese popcorn. Parmesan cheese popcorn. That's my middle name. Is there anything better than Parmesan cheese popcorn? That is a great post right there, Cupcakes. When I was a kid, see, this is how we segue. This is live radio. When I was a kid, I'm talking 4, 5, my dad would make popcorn, right? And he'd break out that green Kraft Parmesan thing, and so that's it. I've been hooked since the age of 5. And you try to sway off Kraft Parmesan, right? And try to do something else and another cheese, and it messes it up. You just got to have the classic, tacky, stinky Kraft Parmesan cheese in the green. Looks like it looks like Comet, right? That, I don't even know what that's called. That paper tube with that yellow slider and just, yeah. All right. See, that's live radio right there. Angels in the Heart of Mackay, Dane, Michael. Look at so many people hanging out here, and it's just flying by. All right. 747-228-2051, 747-228-2051. And I'll bring in the calls at the bottom of the hour. I'm bringing in calls now. You're going to hear my voice, and then you're going to go and listen to the music. There's going to be no calls until we come back after the break. And there you go. Let's get to the breaking news. I could not believe the headlines this morning. Our thoughts and prayers, our hearts, oh man, to Surfside, Miami, Florida. 99 people are unaccounted for after the partial building collapse in Surfside, Florida. Previous reports were that 51 people were unaccounted for in the incident at the Champlain Towers South condominiums. 102 people have been accounted for. 37 people were pulled out of the rubble during the building collapse. The collapse happened around 1:30 a.m. The building is 12 stories tall and had more than 130 units. I watched the video of the collapse today with the security cameras, and what caused that? Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. So there you go. All right. So our thoughts are with everybody, all the family, and it's just heartbreaking. All right. Now I got to get into Subway. Subway tuna sandwiches are found to contain no tuna fish DNA. Right. And all of this according to lab tests following a lawsuit. The New York Times had 60 inches of Subway tuna sandwiches from 3 different locations in Los Angeles lab tested after the chain was accused in a lawsuit alleging the fish is made from a mixture of various concoctions. The lab determined that no amplifiable tuna DNA was present in the sample, and so we obtained, this is a quote from the report from the lab test, and so we obtained no amplification products from the DNA. Therefore, we cannot identify the species. Right? The lab conducted a PCR test to see if Subway's tuna featured one of 5 varying tuna species, explaining there are 15 species of fish that can be labeled as tuna. The lab determined 2 potential reasons why no tuna was detected in the sample, saying, and I quote, 1, it's so heavily processed that whatever we could pull out, we couldn't make an identification. Or 2, we got some and there's just nothing in there that's tuna. End quote. Wow. I'm just going to leave that right there. Yesterday morning, NASA announced that their helicopter Ingenuity had completed its 8th flight, putting the chopper back in the mix of the space exploration conversation. Ingenuity flew for 77.4 seconds, traveling about 525 feet to a new landing spot some 438 feet from the Perseverance rover. NASA announced all of this in a tweet today. Ingenuity will continue to fly around the vicinity of Perseverance while the rover does its thing, searching for life on the red planet. Next up, everybody. I posted this out in social media, and I want you to go and check it out, because I want you to meet the U.S. Navy's Brennan McKernan. Brennan is the director of the UAP Task Force. Last week, he briefed members of the House Intelligence Committee and the House Armed Services Committee on UAPs. But before his new gig as the director of the UAPTF, he was a Navy intelligence analyst. Yeah, that's a heck of a promotion, right? He is the guy behind what the Pentagon is doing to try to identify the UAP sightings and figure out if there is an ET, extraterrestrial component to them. He'll be the guy delivering the UAPTF report to the Senate Intelligence Committee. He is the guy that didn't do it today. Let's get the show cracking. Happy birthday to today, the one and only. Man, and, you know, in the guitar world, in the music world, in the guitar world, right? Who's at the tippy top? Who's at the tippy top? Got Eddie Van Halen, got Randy Rhoads, got Jimmy Page, Yngwie Malmsteen, Steve Vai, right? You know, at the tippy, I mean, you know what I mean? Right there. But today, it's Jeff Beck's birthday. He is 77 years old. Happy birthday, Jeff. Mick Fleetwood today is 74. And Dire Straits bassist John Ilse today is 72. And John, that's it, founding member of Dire Straits with Mark Knopfler and his brother, and wrote it out with the band from the beginning to the end. Today's kind of a philanthropist. Our dead guy's birthday today is, I need a moment of silence for Tommy Tiny Debo Lister. 1958 to 2020, died at the age of 62. Tiny was, of course, the neighborhood bully Debo in Ice Cube's film Friday, one of the greatest films of all time. But he was awesome as the President Lindbergh in The Fifth Element, also one of the greatest films of all time. Tiny was diagnosed with COVID-19 in August of 2020. He became ill with symptoms similar to COVID-19 a second time in early December. Then on December 10th, police were called to check on Lister. They found him dead in his home in Marina del Rey, California. Incredible. He was just 62 years old. I'm going to tell you a Tiny Lister story. And I didn't know Tiny. I'm not, I don't want to imply that. But this is what happened. I'm at one of my favorite little dive restaurants called Cafe 50s. It was in Sherman Oaks, California. It may still be there. And Cafe 50s. 50s Diner. And I'm there with my daughter, Nicole. And she's like 4 years old. And I'm sitting on one side of the table. She's on the other. She's got her fries and a burger and a shake. And she's doing her thing. And they have all these movie posters and things in there. It's really cool. It's a cool place. And I'm just looking at the posters, hanging out with my daughter. She's 4. And I turn around, and there's Tiny. And he's walking. He's right here. And we're the only people in the restaurant on this side. And he's walking by. And I said to Nicole, I go, there's Debo. And she looks. And he's right here. And she looks up and she goes, no, Daddy. He's the president of the universe. And he stops. He just stops and he comes back. And he leans down to my daughter and he goes, how you doing? And she's looking up. And she goes, you're the president of the universe. He goes, I am. And he walked away. Coolest thing ever, man. Coolest thing ever. And when that happened, that was probably she was 4, so it's probably 1999, right in there. The height of, like the movie Friday and certainly The Fifth Element, which she watched 1,000,000 times by the age of 4. She loved that film. And for him to do that and the way that he did it and his smile, and you should have seen her face. She's walking away. That was awesome. Awesome. Tiny Lister. Happy birthday, man. One cool dude. On this day in history, OTD, 1997. That's right. This is the day that the UAPTF report was supposed to be released. Now listen to this. 1997, the U.S. Air Force releases a 231-page report dismissing long-standing claims of an alien spacecraft crash in Roswell, New Mexico, almost exactly 50 years earlier, and also the day of the UAPTF report. How crazy is that? Feel a little funky to you? It does to me. Fader fact. President Thomas Jefferson sent a giant moose carcass to Paris to prove that America's animals were bigger than Europe's. And that is your Fader fact. I vetted it. It really happened. Tonight is Fader night. It's open lines all night long. Your calls, your conversations. Of course, UFOs, conspiracy, time travel, the paranormal and supernatural, lost history, and pop culture. Yeah. Fader night is the greatest night in all of talk radio in all of the world. I salute all of you. Unscripted, uncensored, unscreened, unfiltered. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. Let me hit this. River Moon Coffee. The best. Rivermoonwellness.com. Yeah. Just go over to Jimmy Church Radio. Click on all those links. The Amazon store. Take you straight to their website. Get yourself some Fade to Black blend. All right. So, after the show with Richard Dolan last night, a thought popped into my head that I haven't really thought about when it comes to the UAPTF. The report, or the discussion going on right now in our community in the mass media. And it is this. If any of the reported UAPs were from Russia or China, they would be deemed a very seriously top secret security threat, and the public would never be aware of it. Now stop and think about that statement. The Pentagon and all branches and agencies would never, ever mention it. The public would not or ever know. There are capabilities with the Chinese and Russian military that the Pentagon knows about, but they don't broadcast it to the media for public consumption, and they never will. You need to think about this. So, why would we expect something of this magnitude to be included in the UAPTF report? It won't be there. Why? Because it can't. It's that simple. In a strange way, that leaves us with two scenarios. And I've been going over this, but it leaves us with two scenarios. If the UAPs are not ours, of course, right? But the two options are, one, they are natural from here on Earth. Or option two, they are not natural and they are from out there somewhere. And or a mix of both. Now, as of showtime tonight, the UAPTF report has not been released. No mention of it anywhere in the media, social or mass. The news that we'll soon have, right, an unclassified report sent to Congress on unidentified aerial phenomena has sparked widespread interest in the search of life in the universe. This is what's going on. Science is involved in this. It's part of the campaign. Right now, articles and comments are popping up all over the internet. Right now, from the scientific community as, well, the countdown to the release date, which will probably be tomorrow. Now, fingers crossed. But science is asking, where might that life be? Right? Where is it beyond Earth? And what signs would we be looking for that would help us find it? Now, I want you to stay with me on this because a few things are about to happen, okay, right now in the search for alien life. We have already found thousands of exoplanets. We know that. And most of them have been using the transit method. And the transit method, you got a sun, you got a star, and then the planet, if it's facing us and this and that, the right, and the solar system, the stars, all right. But anyway, so the planet is in front of, right, and the sun, the star dims, right? Slightly, but we measure that as the planet crosses in front of it. That's how we detect exoplanets. The new technology that will answer some of these questions are, basically speaking, NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. It will be the first telescope large enough to identify signs of life on worlds looking back at us. And it's scheduled to launch later this year. Now, whatever we see with the Webb, think about this now. It'll be an ancient version of E.T. Let me put it to you this way. If an alien astronomer is checking us out, and they're, say, pull a rough number, 2,000 light years away, they would be seeing ancient Rome, right? Marching around Europe. They're not going to see lighted cities, right? A lit up Manhattan or Chicago or Moscow or Paris. No, they're not going to see that. They're not going to see any cars or planes. Sure, it's life, and it's even intelligent life, but for them, primitive. They're going to see horses. We have identified over 1,700 stars that are within 300 light years of Earth that are in the Goldilocks zone, which means that some of them may have observed our beautiful blue planet after the invention of electricity. And as our cities around the world started to light up, and of course this means that we'll be able to do the very same thing after the James Webb telescopes go online over the next year. Think about what I am suggesting here. Think about that. will the James Webb Telescope find evidence of real extraterrestrials for everyone outside of the UFO community? Science, the debunkers, the skeptics, right? I can't wait to find out. I cannot wait. We will be peering that direction. The James Webb Telescope will be able to detect an oxygen, nitrogen-rich atmosphere. It'll be able to detect the cloud cover, water, lights of cities. That's what's happening, and it's happening now. Think about that. Tonight is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. Fadernight is the greatest night in all of talk radio and all of the world. That's what goes down on this show on Thursdays. Let's do this, man. Let's take a break right here, and I'll be back with your phone call. 747-228-2051 on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. Exciting times. It's probably going to go down tomorrow. What are we going to see? Think about that. I'll be right back after this short break. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. Introducing the Game Changer blend from Rivermoon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all Rivermoon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. GetTheTea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's GetTheTea.com. GetThetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
Fadernauts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, it is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And, well, it's like this. Today was supposed to be the day. It is June 24th. No release of the UAP Task Force report that I know of. Maybe somebody out there has heard something by now. I haven't heard anything. Kind of expected it in a weird way. It's hopefully going to be tomorrow. Let's, fingers crossed. I said that earlier. Fingers crossed. Let's see what's going on. And with that, let me move my coffee cup. Let me flip to a fresh page. And there you go. In the morning, as everyone probably knows by now, I'm flying back to Indianapolis. And a few of my friends are going to get together on Saturday night over at my brother's house, and a collection of friends from high school and my past. And one of them, who I didn't go to high school with, but I worked with at Bell Laboratories, his name is Dwayne. And Dwayne and I at Bell Labs, we were inseparable. He was an engineer. And he worked in another building. I'm not even sure how or when Dwayne and I met. I'm not going to say his last name. but anyway, he was he graduated from Warren Central High School, too, as well, 5 years before me. And went to college, graduated. Now he's an engineer designing stuff there at Bell Labs. And like I just said, I'm not sure how we met, but we became friends right after I started working there, and we're just like inseparable. Most of my lunches were spent with Dwayne, and a lot of my evenings after work, we just did everything together. And then I came to California after that, and I didn't see Dwayne for a couple of years. He came out to California for a conference, and we saw each other briefly, and that was really cool. But then I haven't seen Dwayne in 35 years. He found this show, Fade to Black and stuff, I think listening to Coast to Coast. But anyway, we got hooked back up probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I've been talking ever since. But I haven't seen my good friend Dwayne. Oh, man, we were so close. In like 35 years, and I'm going to see Dwayne on Saturday, and I am so looking forward to this, to see what, oh man, so that's 1981, this is 2020, 40 years. 40 years, man. I saw him in 84, so 36 years.
It's going to be crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. And there you go. My father's memorial, celebrating his life. All the sad stuff, I think, is over, for at least for me personally. And I'm looking forward to getting together with family and friends on Sunday to celebrate the life of my father. So there you go. All right, so it's going to be a great weekend. And then hopefully we'll throw in some UAPTF action, and it's going to be a cool weekend. I'll be back on Monday. All right, with that, let's go to the phones. Let's see who is up first. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Well, this would be your old long-lost pal, Mark from Dallas. What up, G?
Man, how do you do that? How do you get in first? This is not planned. Did you send me an email? No. You know, Mark, Jimmy, I'm calling in first, man. Put me first in line. No. I mean, I'm just banging these numbers. They're coming in and fast and furious. I'm not How do you do that?
This is what God wants, brother.
Man, apparently so.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Apparently so. How you doing?
Oh, man.
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Let me start out by saying sorry about your dad. I remember when I lost my dad, I was pretty tight with him. And I'm going to ask you a weird question, and I hope you're not offended by this, but has your dad appeared to you yet?
No. Has not. And my mom didn't either. Yeah, strange.
Well, my mom, okay, I lost my mom too. My mom never did, but my dad within about a week or 10 days, and I couldn't tell if it was a dream or a vision. I don't know what it was, but he did come see me, and he said everything's okay. You know, that was kind of the message.
Well, if he comes and sees me, he's going to slap me upside my head. You know, I got a few of those. I mean, he is my stepfather. You know, I was adopted. Okay, let's be clear.
Gotcha,
my real father is still alive. He's out there somewhere. But this is my adopted father, and I'll say, and I mean this. He has his two sons, my brother Kevin and my brother David, who I've known. David, I was there the day he was born, right? So I've known him his entire life. My younger brother, Kevin, I met him when he was 5 years old. I was 10. So, you know, I've known these guys we're now all approaching our 60s, right? 50s and 60s. So we're all grown up. But,
it's crazy.
But my father, his name is John. He's got his own kids, right? And then to adopt somebody that he's known, you know, me most of my life, but that's a challenge for a father.
Yeah.
Right? And sure. I got to say, man, he loved me, and I fully took advantage of that love, man. I did. I did, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the stuff that I did to that man. And but he did so many things for me. When I was 10, I got tears just thinking about this. So let me wipe them away. He was a cool dude. And when I was 10, Mark, I was an artist. That's what I did at Bell Labs. I was an artist for Bell Labs. And that's what I wanted to be. I just wanted to be an artist. And then I wanted to be a draftsman. And I wanted to get into that and engineering. And then I wanted to be an architect. But everything was drawing. And that's all I took in school. But in the beginning of all of this, he was an engineer for McDonald's restaurants. And that's what he did. Design restaurants, right? Okay. So he gave me, at the age of 10, a drawing board, a set of triangles, a T-square, an adjustable curve, circle templates, and all of that, automatic pencils, lead, set me up. And that gave me a foothold in the art world at a very, very young age, man. And that's the kind of guy he was, and he was just an amazing man. And I took advantage of it.
That's cool, man.
I took advantage of it.
Well,
I did. He loved me.
We've all done some of that.
Yeah.
Well, man, I just wanted to make sure pass that along to you, and because you mean a lot to a lot of us, man, and we feel like we're all family here. So,
and we are.
Anyway,
no doubt. Yeah,
we are. On a different note, man, I got some third generation night vision.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I bought it from my SWAT commander at work.
Oh man, it's game on now. It's game on,
bro. I've seen the what's the satellite? The weird looking satellite. The Elon Musk.
Oh, the Starlink
satellites.
Yep.
Starlink. I've seen that twice. So thank you. I've seen that twice, and that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I've only seen it once, but wow.
That was really cool. But you see things. That's really been. I go out almost every night and look around. I've seen some crazy stuff. Also, because it's been so long since I've called, I got to get you caught up on some stuff. You remember the snow track?
Yeah, I do. The Bigfoot snow tracks. I do.
Okay, if you go to my Twitter page, I have some audio now that I've been sent from the exact same place. That they caught some pretty wild audio.
Okay, what's your Twitter page? Mark from Dallas.
Very inventive.
Mark from Dallas. Do. Is that your ranch? Is that the barn that we're gonna do our big event, our party in?
We're gonna be jamming in there, bro.
Dude, how many acres is that?
Look at my new picture of me I put up.
Man, forget that. I'm looking at this ranch. God, that is how do you cut that grass?
Oh, brother, with a $13,000 zero-turn mower.
Is that you on the horse? Yeah, it's got to be you. Oh,
well,
check you out, man.
I'm not sure.
Man,
I don't know.
Mark, you got it going on, dude. You got it going on.
When are you moving out here? You gotta move out here, bro.
Man, I could pitch a tent right back there, park an RV.
I got a place for you out here.
Okay, so is this the audio here? Same place where the snow track's found? Listen closely at the end of this. Okay.
Yeah, you got to kind of dial it up.
Okay.
You can hear it.
Oh, you got some action going on there, bro. What is that? It's a howl
at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy that sent it to me said that he got to where he was making some screaming sounds, and the thing was answering him back.
Okay, quiet.
So
quiet. Wow, dude, that's creepy, man.
That's right where those tracks were, bro.
Wow.
So there's some activity, man.
I'm gonna let me retweet this with a quote. This is Mark's audio from the ranch in Texas. Bigfoot howling.
Question mark?
Yeah, that's well done right there. Okay, let me F2B this baby. That's spot on the money, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on out at that place. We got our own little Skinwalker Ranch going on out here, man.
Wow.
Wow,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's an active area up here, so it's kind of fun. We're having some fun with it. Now that I have my night vision, I need to go out there and do some camping.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's good stuff. That's a howl. That's a howl. You can hear a dog bark. Yeah, you can hear the dog bark, and that ain't a dog. Whatever that is big. That is a big, low growl. Yeah, that's cool.
It was nasty sounding.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was. That's kind of fun.
That's cool.
Well, one last thing before you kick me off of here. I know you're probably up against it, but there's a new rock star in town. Have you heard Wolfgang Van Halen's new release?
Yes.
Have you listened to his new album?
I have, and it's excellent. It's excellent.
I listened to it mowing on my lawnmower for about 2 hours the other day, and I'm kind of impressed.
I'm very impressed. And what's really cool about it for me, and I've listened to it a lot, is it's got this modern. First off, it ain't Van Halen. It's not.
No, it's not.
He's got his own thing. Yeah, he's got his own thing going on. It's rock and roll. It's got a little bit of I don't grunge is not the right word, but it kind of is.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Here's kind of my yes, I do, and here it almost has a Mutt Langish feel. And here's where I'm going with it. If FM radio was still big, that's very, in my opinion, very radio friendly.
It
stuff.
is.
You know what I mean?
It is. Great choruses.
It has a pop feel to it.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Big harmonies.
He knows how to craft a tune, and that's the hardest part, right? Is he knows how to. It's in his DNA. That one video where he's playing everything, right? He's playing the guitar, the drums, the bass, and he's singing, and it's funny. He's got his dad just died, and he's able to pull off that kind of humor. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, man,
absolutely.
the drumming is impressive. I mean, a lot of it is impressive, but man, he knows how to play drums. I'll give him that.
And
he knows how to play all of it.
You know what? There was one on another song. So anyway, I'm waiting for the guitar solo, and there isn't one, right? And
I know,
right? And and you don't miss it. You kind of expect it. It's Wolfgang Van Halen, but the song is so well done that you don't need a guitar solo. Now, okay, I'm gonna throw some trivia out here. Man, Deb is calling from Sacramento. Deb, I can't pick up the call, and every time you call, every 2 seconds, that's you bleeping in the background. I'm throwing her under the bus. I can't pick up the line. Jeez,
Deb,
right? Okay,
down.
so anyway, yeah, calm down. Is this? I'm going to throw some trivia out there. Name another song, any song that doesn't have a guitar solo. Come on, Mark.
Man. Well, I'd have to go to something stupid like U2 or something. It shouldn't count.
Well, but you got to name the song. Deb is still calling. I just threw on. See, and now I'm hanging up on her.
You're gonna have to block her.
Man, just stop.
Get the block. Yeah, I had to block Deb.
Hey, stay right there. And I'm going to do this. Air. Okay. Man, this is driving me crazy. Okay. All right. I mean, now I got to find Mark from Dallas. Where's Mark at? Okay. Mark. Okay, you're back, right? Mark.
Yes.
Okay. Name a song that doesn't have a guitar solo.
Where the Streets Have No Name.
Are you sure?
No.
Man, see, you can't. It's hard. Okay, I'll give you one. I'll give you one right now. I'll give you one right now. The Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, wow. How? Yes.
No guitar solo.
That of a Led Zeppelin song that has no lead ride. That's ridiculous.
Yep. No guitar solo.
I never would have. You're right. I never would have got that.
Yeah. I have a list somewhere. The greatest songs without a guitar solo, and I compiled it. It took me years because every time I would hear one, right? Because you don't remember, and I would write it down,
Right.
And one day I'm listening to the Immigrant Song, right? And it just hit me. Wait a minute. There's no friggin' guitar solo in this song, and it's rock. I mean, the Immigrant Song is rock.
Oh, it's hard.
There's no guitar solo in the Immigrant Song.
Oh, that's good trivia right there, man. That's a great trivia question.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Compile your list, and we'll do it next time. Thank you so much, Mark. Enjoy your weekend, my friend.
All right, brother. Good to hear from you, and hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
Absolutely. And get that RV spot ready for me. I'll talk to you.
It's ready anytime, brother.
All right, man.
See you later. Bye-bye.
And that's a good chunk of video right there with the audio in the background. That's for real stuff right there. I popped it up in Twitter, and you can go and check it out and listen to like the last 10 seconds right there. That is a genuine howl in the background. There you go. All right, let's see who we have up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Shannon from Annapolis, Maryland. How are you?
Sharon?
Shannon.
Oh, Shannon. Okay. I was going to say Sharon. That's my mom's name. So there you go.
No, I'm so sorry. Well, good evening to everybody out there. So, yeah, I just was wanting to put some thoughts out there to, the whole UFO phenomenon lately and Planet 9 and all kinds of good stuff. And if there's any correlation between, the supposed Planet 9 and Elon Musk wanting to go to Mars and Oumuamua, that, interstellar comment that came in, just, some kind of thoughts of all kinds of crazy stuff that seems to be happening lately.
It's endless. It's endless.
Isn't it, though?
It's
they
endless.
Just keep us filling us full of shit. It's just,
whoa. Watch your language,
I'm so
Shannon.
sorry.
You got to behave.
I'm so sorry.
You got to behave.
I forgot that I was on live radio. This is my very, very first time ever doing something like this.
Well, there you go.
And see, radio people.
You get all excited. But see, you're right, though, Shannon. It's coming at us from all directions. And even for somebody like me, and I really enjoy this stuff, but even for me, I'm starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. Right? It's like it's coming at us from all today. Okay, this is how much it's inside of my head.
I gave you so much information, didn't I? Along with everybody else.
Well, I'm watching Marco Rubio today do a press conference from Florida about this collapse of this condominium, and he, and the UAPTF report is there, and so I'm watching Marco Rubio, and I'm thinking about the UAPTF report. Why? Because he's been tied to it. And the Senate Intelligence Committee, and I'm thinking to myself, he's got something much more important to deal with. That's the collapse of this condominium, and that's how much, right? And that's how much it's inside of my head, right? That's what I'm thinking about when I.
Everything's a Pandora's box.
Totally.
Isn't it though? Elon Musk wanting to take all these people to Mars and global warming and. They just keep us distracted, so you really just don't know what is the root of the root, so to speak. Just what we really need to focus on is just what's around us.
Well,
but we're never in the moment anymore.
Sure. And is this UAPTF report for you? Is it going to change your mind on anything?
No, because it's what I've already known since I was little. My family had an experience. We had to pull over, a lot of people did, and saw that triangle-shaped UFO. I was about 8 years old. Mm-hmm. But, I've always known and believed that there was something more than what is around us, when I was little.
Right.
So, I've always been open to everything. I mean, anything is possible. Just imagine that right now that we're all listening to, radio, and we're floating on a little blue planet, in nothingness, just complete utter darkness, along with other planets. We can't just be the only one. And we get so caught up in the world around us that we forget to just look up and try to understand where we came from a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And
I do.
It's all these things keep us from just trying to enjoy what we have. It's the grind, constant grind. And then our government and with everything else, it's like they just, and the they is who the they is, but just not being able to focus on one thing at a time anymore.
Right.
Right.
But
I just want confirmation. I mean, the cat's got to come out of the bag, basically, right?
It has to.
I'm surprised it hasn't already.
And it's
interesting, all this disclosure lately. It really is. Really a lot of disclosure.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's
Argentina. Yeah.
Well, and if you take this thought a step further, when I say that it's everywhere, it's just the way that you pointed it out. It's Oumuamua, right? It's science. It's exoplanets. It's Marco Rubio. It's the UAPTF. It's Fox. It's the BBC. It's all over network.
It's rather impressive, though, that it's everywhere now. Like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't even be, and this is a part of our, this COVID relief package, which is crazy on top of that. That little teeny paragraph in there out of all those pages. It's just insane that, something, hopefully will come out. I don't think it's going to be everything, but I'm surprised it hasn't already come out of the bag by now. How can we keep something like this controlled?
That's right.
If this is something from somewhere else, how can you control something like that? That's a very good question. Why aren't we all seeing this? It should just be, I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of agreement that we don't know about. Who knows?
Yeah.
Always look to the stars. Always got to look to the stars.
Shannon, thank you for the phone call. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great night, and may the force be with you.
And you enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
It's time to fade to black. And I'm serious. It is everywhere right now. It is just absolutely everywhere. It's on every form of media. It's not only every form of media, but it's every segment of society, whether it's politics or military or science, the average citizen. This stuff is everywhere right now. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. Somebody posted, it was, somebody made a comment. I can't remember where I read it. Said that they were just at a get-together, a party or something, a dinner party, and was walking around like people of intelligence and company thing, and nobody at this party knew about the UAP task force, didn't know about the report going into Congress. And this person was trying to start conversation. And I thought that was pretty interesting, too, because I thought it was the exact opposite, right? Are you watching Fox, right? I mean, have you been paying attention? Are you reading the news on social media? But I guess some segments of society just don't, right? I don't know. Too busy? Something? I don't know. Very interesting post. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Today is June 24th. The report was supposed to be released today. As of now, it hasn't. And if it would have been released during the start of the show, I certainly would have seen it somewhere on Twitter by now. This is Fade to Black, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I'll be right back.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
This is Billy Carson with ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Forbidden Knowledge TV has just reached its 1-year anniversary. That's right, 1 year. And as a show of appreciation, we are giving all new subscribers a free 30-day trial of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's 30 days to binge watch thousands of movies, documentaries, conferences, workshops, lectures, yoga classes, meditation courses, and so much more. So log on to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv from your computer or mobile device, or get the Forbidden Knowledge TV app on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, iTunes, or Google Play today, and use coupon code 30daysfree. That's coupon code 30 days free on ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Because you never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network. KGRADB.com.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA digital broadcast station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. Yes. We're also Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. And you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. And I adjusted some settings here. I don't know. Maybe I got rid of those tones. Maybe not. It only happens when somebody hangs up, when I don't pick up. Didn't happen before. And all of a sudden, Windows did that update. And I've got everything muted. There are no computer sounds. There's nothing. You shouldn't hear anything. Ever. It's driving me nuts. I feel sorry for all of you. You got to hear. I can ignore it if I just feel bad for you guys. All right. I was just over in the YouTube chat. One of my favorite things to do is to do the chop, chop, right? Chop, chop. Chop, chop. It's my favorite thing to do. Chop, chop. I'm just telling you right now. They're looking at my face. Chop, chop, chop. Somebody in the YouTube chat, not going to name any names, Nitro, I wouldn't do that, said Led Zeppelin is overrated.
Oh, man. You could say, there are zones you can go into. You could say something crazy like Metallica's overrated. All right, and we could open up that discussion. Or whatever. Led Zeppelin? No. Beatles are overrated. I could go there. I can see that. Led Zeppelin? Come on, man. That's the one zone. Jeff Beck is not overrated. All right, Led Zeppelin. The Who is not overrated. There's certain zones you're not allowed to go into, and the Led Zeppelin card, that just don't play, man. That just don't play. Led Zeppelin is overrated. Oh my, Nitro. You gotta. I think a comment like that is just to cause a ripple in the water. That's all. Because that. Oh, man. All right. Let's go back to your phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Hey, Jimmy, it's Shane.
Hey, Shane. How are you?
Good, man. Just working. You know that I'm the VCMD.
Yes.
With you and Mark and
yes,
all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what happened?
Well, no, I have the feeling you're going to tell me.
Mark was found with a shotgun blast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about that. Oh, of course. Yeah. We all know Mark McCandlish, and a very strange feeling with all of that. But, yeah, okay. So is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, a little bit about that and a little bit about the VCMD.
Okay.
And, the programs that we have now. It was very suspicious. Like, me and my team know Mark very well, as you know.
Right.
You know, he was a part of our crew besides the ARV. And one of the things is all of the people surrounding his life said it was a shotgun blast to the head. Well, I know him very well. And when I contacted the coroner's office and the FBI and the sheriff's department up there in Reading.
Yeah, hey, Shane, stay right there for a second. Just stay right there. I am going to. Yeah, man, this is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. Shane, I'm back. Okay.
Well, okay, are you there?
Yep. Shane.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on in the background? That's weird.
Nothing.
Huh. Okay. Continue. You said you contacted the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I contacted all three, you know, that were basically technically investigating.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden the narrative changed. The story changed when I told them that he didn't own a shotgun. He owned a 9mm. Now that's the official story.
Interesting.
So I just wanted to put my finger on that. I'm not going to go into details about how far I've dug into this,
right,
or anything, because I've actually been up there 3 times. You know, just kind of cruising around, talking to his wife. You know, or not his wife, but his girlfriend that owned the cat sanctuary and all that stuff. But anyways, that's just what I wanted to touch on. I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, it's you know, I knew Mark, and I didn't want to you know, discuss this out in the open on the show and things because of not only the background, but like right now, I'm just not comfortable with it because I liked him a lot, and there seems to be something a little fishy going on. But okay, so what's new with the VCMD?
So far it makes over a pound of force, and it weighs about 150 pounds, which is still better than Ion. I just need better tanks for it because I can't get the pressure above 150 psi.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is there?
That's pretty much where it is.
Yeah. Do you have a website?
I do not.
Okay. All right.
I'm a little skeptical about doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's keep me posted. You have my email, and and keep the testing going. I think it's pretty extraordinary. Mark believed in what you're doing out there, and it's very interesting. So just keep me posted. Yeah. Keep me posted, and I think it's pretty remarkable, and the work that you guys are doing out there.
We're trying to, man. After that COVID hit, it was very, very hard to get to see each other or get parts for anything. It's really wreaked havoc on my industry.
Yeah. Well, every industry. You know, it's not only cars and automotive and logistics and food, but the construction industry and lumber and timber and building and the housing market is out of control, and there's no way to build houses right now. It's crazy, everything, but it's going to be a very optimistic, explosive economy moving forward. So we just got to convince everybody to go back to work and to quit depending on that government check, you know, and let's get back to work so we can enjoy the future for our children and grandchildren. Thank you so much, Shane, and enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Yep, and I'm still looking for funding. I mean,
that's what I said.
It's all me right now.
Well, you got to get a website and get it out there, and I'll help you with that. But you know, I totally get it. I totally do. You know, you got.
If you ever wanted to see it in action, I live right up the street from you.
I'll talk to you. Thank you so much. Send me an email.
Okay.
Thank you, Shane. And that's Shane, VCMD Propulsion, and he's doing some very interesting work out there. It's an interesting technology, and it's groundbreaking and very interesting. We had Shane on the show many years ago, and we went through everything with VCMD. And but yeah, if you need funding, you got to get a website and get that together, and we'll make that happen. But it's very interesting. And like I said, Mark McCandlish, who reportedly just recently took his own life, really believed in what is going on out there with Shane and the VCMD. And you could probably find something online, VCMD, if you want to go in and look at some of the research that they are doing out there. So go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Okay, you got to turn me down in the background. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Jimmy.
Okay, turn me down.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, who's this?
This is Shannon from Big Bear, California.
Hey, two Shannons tonight, one male, one female.
I know. I heard that earlier, and I was going, wow, that's cool. We got a male and female Shannon.
Yeah, that's cool. What's on your mind tonight, Shannon?
Well, you know, I met you a few years ago at Isetti Ranch. I think it was your first time out there. It was my first time. It was when Peter O'Toole was out there, the son of Peter O'Toole.
Yes.
Remember that?
I do.
I think he saw Bigfoot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just curious, man. You seem like you had a really good time, and it seems like a really cool place. I was just wondering. I listened to you for quite a while now. I never hear you mention that, and it seems like it was a pretty cool place with a lot of UFO activity. I was just wondering why you never talk about Isetti Ranch anymore.
No reason. No reason. I just haven't been back up there, and just haven't been there. But those are good times. Those are good times.
Well, yeah.
It's been a number of years since I've been up there, though. You haven't been back yourself, huh?
No, it's kind of a long trek for me. I mean, I got to fly into Portland and drive all the way over there. It's a long trek in there. But yeah, I was just wondering because it is a pretty cool place. I know you're into the UFO thing big time, and it seems like it's a pretty active thing. But I was just wondering, I mean, it seems like you were pretty tight with James Gillen for a while there and everything. And I don't know. I just thought you might want to reconnect, or maybe not. But
It's like just like anything else, out of sight, out of mind. I haven't been back there. We've got a year and a half of COVID. 2 or 3 years ago, we moved or didn't do our conference there. And for whatever reasons, none of that even matters now. But so one thing led to another, and I haven't been back. And I haven't heard from James. I don't even know if the ranch is still open. So I have no idea.
Well, I listen to his stuff. He's still up there doing his thing, and I don't, I just, I'm not really, like I said, I haven't been back or anything, and but I was just curious about that. No big deal. I was just wondering why, but like you say, life goes on, and it's not easy thing to get up there and do all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, it's been a while, and I already know what my next year and a half involves, and it's really tough. Just like you said, you gotta fly into Portland and then drive up there. It's logistically, it just takes a lot of time to pull that off. So, but I don't see me going back there for a while.
I remember you said something. You probably don't want to talk about it because somebody mentioned you one time, but something about the medicine wheel. You had an experience on the medicine wheel.
I did. Yeah, I did. There was a lot of interesting things that went down up there, and it's a pretty trippy place, and it's I don't know necessarily how much of it is that ranch, or is it the Indian reservation? Is it the mountain itself? I don't know. I went over. This is one of the things that was trippy for me. I would look at the mountain, and I saw these lights on the side of the mountain, and I never really knew what that was. So anyway, I go to another ranch next door, a few miles away, and this is a really nice facility. It's a dude ranch where people go on vacation and hang out with it. Really nice, man. I mean, the opposite of ESETI. And so I go there, and I'm talking to the ranch hands, and there's telescopes and stuff all over. And I said, as I'm standing there with a group of people, I see the lights on the side of the mountain, and I go, that's what's really tripping me out. And this lady that was that worked at the ranch goes, yeah, those are mountain climbers. I said, what?
Really?
She goes, yeah, those are mountain climbers on the side of the mountain, and we look at them all the time with the telescopes here. I said, really? So we break out the telescopes, and I'm like, it's friggin' mountain climbers on the side of the mountain with flashlights.
Really? Yeah.
And that just kind of really let the wind out of my sails. Now, there's other stuff that goes down. I've seen, that's where I have the beer can sighting, and that still to this day is unexplainable. That is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in my life. It may be the craziest. And that wasn't a mountain climber, right? But
that was that ESETI Ranch. You saw that?
That was behind Mount Adams, on the other side. On the other side.
Yeah.
But when she goes, no, that's mountain climbers. There's hundreds of them up there, and they climb across and they camp out overnight, and they're hanging off the side of the mountain. And I'm looking at it through the telescopes, and I was like, wow, okay. All right, that bummed me out, but there you go. All right, Shannon.
Okay, it was nice talking to you, Jimmy.
It's good talking to you. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I haven't been back up there in a long time. It has been a real long time, and I already know my schedule coming up, and it's insane. I've been telling everybody the same thing. I don't know what's going on, but I am booked up. That's it. I'm just booked up. I'm booked up. I got no free time, and I already know what is going on right now, and it's getting crazier by the day. And like for the rest of this year, I've got to finish this film that I'm currently knee deep in the middle of. Very excited about that. I've got 2 premieres I've got to do that are coming up in September. I also have the Conscious Life Expo in September at the LAX Hilton. So I've got that. And then coming up in November, I have Star Works at Laughlin back at the Aquarius. Really looking forward to that. And everything else that is going, that's just this year. And then we roll into January and February. I've got Conscious Life Expo again, the big event. The one in September is like Conscious Life Expo Mini. And then the big one in February. Then in March is the UFO MegaCon back in Laughlin, Nevada. And then the other stuff that I can't really announce yet that's going to be going on every single month, maybe even twice a month for the time being. It's crazy. Life is nuts right now. I've got Egypt. I've got Egypt in March 22nd. That's 2 weeks. It's crazy. It's crazy. Trying to add stuff to the schedule right now is just impossible. I'm just saying no to everything. I just want to stay, try to get the stuff done that is going on right now. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, how you doing? This is Raul from Chicago.
Hi, Raul. How are you, man?
Good, boss. Hey, listen, man, you're going to be even more busier. So you've decided to go to med school with me or what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the answer is no. It's crazy. I have no idea. But anyway, what's on your mind tonight, Raul?
Hey, I just want to know if did you receive those pictures? I sent you sent me pictures.
You sent me 20 emails, Raul. In fact, 2 in the last minute. But yes, I got them all.
It's just that it's just sometimes like I get the emails back that says you can't send them because of pictures, and that's why you get duplicate ones. So I'm not sure exactly what was going on. It's like what is going on? Because I get sent back like, hey, your emails hasn't gone through or something because of a certain picture or what have you.
Right.
And that's why basically you send them. I send them again. Like, man, I don't know if he's getting them or not. So I just send. What the hell? I mean, just send it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but yep, I looked at all of them.
Okay.
Okay. So
see if you got them.
Yeah. This the footprint one is pretty interesting. I looked at that for a while. The cube that you sent, what is this?
That is what I saw was a light. When from the picture itself, it turns into a cube. That's from a UFO.
Okay.
It's in the sky. It just you see the outline just the way you look at it.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
It just I'm not sure exactly how it does it or what. It's just that cube, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Really cool.
And then you sent me this. It looks like a cave underneath a rock, and then this imprint that's on the side of this canyon wall. Again,
did you see the handprint?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting, and it's big.
Yeah, well, that right. That it's huge.
Yes,
it's huge. I could have, I don't know if I sent you the one where my dad sent it next to it. Well, I'm pretty far away from him. Well, when I'm looking at this picture, that picture, actually, the bottom of the palm starts from his knee, from my dad's knee, and actually his top of fingers is like over his head. So it's got to be over 4.5 feet, 5 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And it's, it's a clear outline. I don't know if because the other part of that picture that I find interesting, I only have like 2 minutes left before the bottom of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the other yellow markings on the side of the and why would the handprint? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool image, and I can only imagine what it looks like in person. Because it's pretty big, it's pretty dramatic, and it looks deliberate. Right. And then you have the other yellow, that's just scattered around the wall that has nothing to do with it, and then the handprint is right there, and that's a big, So was it painted?
It's What that is, that's actually from the rock itself, from the years. It's like, I don't know.
No, I see that.
No, I
totally see that.
That's just from years.
Yeah.
Thousands of years, I believe. I don't know.
Yeah, you can tell. No, it's just a very interesting picture. It's evidence of something, and I don't know what that is. Is it the Jolly Green Giant that went up and put the handprint on the side of the cavern canyon wall, and the acid from the fingers and everything that leaves a fingerprint is now there, and this is the way that the elements are reacting to the handprint over thousands of years. I don't know, but it is what it is, man. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool picture.
It's awesome, man. I mean, that's what it is. That handprint's on the back of the head. Like saying in the front of it, I send you a picture of the front where it looks like a huge statue. That's the front of it.
Yeah.
The back of it's like if it's molded. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Thank you for the images, Ro.
I'm getting my no problem. I'm getting my ticket, man. I'm going. And I'll call you from over there and I'll let you know what I find.
I'll talk to you, man. Have a great weekend, Raul. Great stuff. Keep it coming.
Take care.
Have a great night, Raul. And it is time to fade to black. Yeah, his images are pretty trippy, pretty strong stuff. And the cube, we had Trey Hudson, on the show talking about the cube, and Raul sends me this, and it's a cube. It's a translucent cube with some stuff in the middle of it, perfectly defined. It's 3-dimensional, and it's very, very cool. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Open lines all night long. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernight? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Fadernauts. When you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
I got to chop somebody. I don't know who it was. It wasn't Nitro, though. I got overruled. Nobody would let me chop Nitro. And there you go. But I did somebody. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Just step out of bounds. Come on. Tempt me. I got the power. Slap chop. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. It is open lines all night long. And it just give me a reason. Just give me a reason. I'm in the mood. I love it, man. I love it. I only, I bounce over to YouTube during the break, and just entertainment value. So much fun over there. And because I'm here in Twitterville with all of the Fadernauts and hashtag F2B in the sandbox, and I'm just waiting. I'm just looking. The comments just. I'm just looking for one. There it is. Boom. Somebody's chop. Let's see who's up next. It's open lines. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3, 2. You can hear my voice. 1. Man. Somebody asleep at the wheel. All right. That's it. Just going to go in order here. Let's go here. This will be somebody that's ready to go. Watch this. This is somebody that's ready to go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Donna.
Oh, Donna, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a while.
Yeah. I just haven't had the energy to do nothing early.
Say that again?
I fall asleep.
Oh, you fall asleep?
I've been falling asleep earlier.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could. So what's on your mind tonight, Donna?
Yeah, well, first off, I've got this idea for something, and I'm needing a certain type of material, and I'm putting a shout out or on the lookout for anybody that can get me the material. I guess you could call it an invention. I can't say what it is, obviously, but I'm looking for some plastic sheeting that you can use to view a solar eclipse.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
plastic sheeting that you can view a solar eclipse. So something that's tinted.
Yeah, so, it has to be stuff that you can use, not remember back when they had the solar eclipse and there was this phony stuff going around? That was really not good for you to watch them.
Yeah. So, but you need something tinted. Why don't you post in Twitter for me, and then I'll tweet it out for you. Stay right there, Donna. Hold on for a second. I'm doing this because I just don't want to hear these beeps anymore, and I'm doing this for you. I don't even know if Donna is on. Let's find out right now. If Donna is on. Let's find out right now. If Donna is on. 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 If Twitter. I don't even know. Donna, are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Yeah, you've replied to me a few times.
I have.
Remember the bread stuff? The when you had that volcanic pizza thing, and I told you about the bread.
I do. I did reply to that.
Yeah.
I did. Well, so tweet that out. Just say, hey, everybody, hashtag F2B. This is Donna. I need some ideas for some plastic sheets that I can use for something that I'm working on for the solar eclipse. And then get the conversation going there.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to reply,
Something
Donna.
that's flexible, sort of like, the consistency of sort of like, I guess, those face shields that people wear.
Yeah.
The really cheap ones.
Yeah. A visor.
Sort of like that.
Yeah.
Sort of like that flexibility.
Okay. Well, Donna, put it up there on Twitter. And, the Fadernauts love you. Put it up there on Twitter. I'll retweet it and get the conversation going. It'll get dialed in. Somebody out there is going to know and exactly what you need. And get the conversation going. It's the Fadernaut family, Donna.
Yeah. Sorry I can't be more specific because you know how that is with inventions and stuff.
Yeah, and we totally get that.
Yeah.
But get it up there. Get it up there on Twitter. I can't wait to see this conversation start.
Yeah, I will after I get off the phone with you. One more thing. I have an idea for something. Now, right now, there's this tour going on for Patriots, Rise, and all that stuff. Robert David Steele is doing one, and this guy named, what's his name? Scott McKay. They're doing separate tours. And I thought, why can't the UFO community do something like that? You have somebody that collects, like with, hello?
I'm listening.
Oh, sorry, it went. Anyway, have some kind of a GoFundMe thing set up. Do it for like a year, maybe. Collect the funds, because I know it would cost some money. And have, like, every once in a while, have each person in the UFO community have their own swag bags where you buy a ticket for $1 up to $5 or whatever for entries to get the swag bag. Do like 5 maybe of them. Their books or DVDs, little thing like that. Collect the money throughout the year, and then do a little tour across the United States and hit the smaller towns because we feel like we're left out of everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially in the East, there's no conferences here in the Southeast, and there's a town next door to me, Corbin, and it's got a arena on top of a mountain. That would be perfect for a UFO convention. Great viewing of the sky and everything. Nothing gets in the way.
Huh. Corbin. What state?
Kentucky.
Corbin
Arena.
Corbin, Kentucky.
They've had concerts there and wrestling matches and all different things.
Arena.
It's not been around too long. Less than 10 years, I think. I could be wrong.
Right.
But I've always thought they always do the fireworks up there.
I'm looking at it right here. Oh, you're right. It is on top of a hill. Look at that.
Yeah, it's the highest point.
And you got some great parking too.
Uh-huh.
And a nice little windy road that goes up to it. And wow, that's really a great idea. Look at that. It's got its own little mountaintop. And you can see everything. You can see the entire state of Kentucky. Look at that.
Just about.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be perfect for something. Get some buses, wrap them with, like, have a Fade to Black bus. Linda Moulton Howe have her one. Richard Dolan and, different people have their own buses and then go out and do a tour, maybe for a month or so, something like that. You can do your show that way, maybe in a year, or, collect enough money. I know it'd be kind of on the,
Yeah, and it's right between Louisville and Knoxville and Nashville. It's all right there.
Yeah.
And so you could just fly into Nashville and then drive up. It's about, 100 miles from Nashville.
It's like 30 minutes from where I live.
Yep. It's about 50 miles south of Lexington. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm with you on that. That's a great idea.
I live in a neighboring town, and in the town opposite of, I live in between Middlesboro and Corbin, and Middlesboro has the unique distinction of being the only town in the United States that is built inside of a meteor crater.
Shut up.
Seriously, look it up.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
But I like this Corbin Arena. I like this place. This place is cool. It looks really nice.
We're left out. I mean, we don't get any cool stuff around in southeastern parts, any like UFO events or anything like that.
Right.
Everything's all over in the West.
Yeah, everybody complains
in the
about
bigger
it.
Towns.
I'm waiting for somebody to step up, and but I like this idea, the Corbin Arena. And
yeah, you can start raising the funds now, and maybe in a year, and you get people to donate to it and have little contests with them.
How many people?
Tickets.
How many people does the Corbin Arena hold? I mean,
excuse me.
I mean, it looks pretty
I don't
big.
know how many. Yeah.
It looks pretty
Not as
big.
big as Rupp Arena or anything.
Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
But it's pretty nice. I'm looking at, it's got its own Wikipedia page too as well. Hey, Donna, thank you for the phone call. And if you jump over to Twitter, you can see everybody posting your sheets already. So you need to jump over there and get on it, okay?
Oh, okay. Through F2B.
Yeah,
All right.
You know where to go.
Well,
Enjoy
I hope I can get this done because, I mean, I can make them easy,
All right.
What I'm wanting to do.
Yeah, get over to Twitter. Get on it, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
I'll talk to you, Donna. Donna from Kentucky. And that's a great phone call right there. Yeah, the Corbin Arena. And I'm going to say this right now. Donna's right. That place is cool. That place is real cool. And it's right on top of a hill. I just scanned all the way around it, and you can just about see the entire great state of Kentucky. It's right next to the Daniel Boone Forest. You got to love that. Thank you for the phone call, Donna. Now get over to Twitter and do what you got to do. All right? Everybody's tweeting it out right now. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, this is Dylan from Hawaii. How you doing?
Hey, Dylan from Hawaii. What's cracking tonight, man?
Hey, no, I was just wanted to just talk about some stuff, but I wanted to ask you a question. Have you seen that paper that was posted on Christopher Mellon's site about UAPs in France? It was like an academic paper.
I did.
Any thoughts on that?
Yes, I did see that.
I just was thinking because a lot of people don't talk about it, or I was trying to find some more clues or people just discussing it. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Well, that particular paper, that's been out for a while. And if we go back, historically speaking, the term UAP came out of France and Europe and Great Britain in their report that was published about 5 years ago, and UAPs were mentioned in there. And it wasn't. This was way before TTSA, and it might have been longer than 5 years ago. And it's not the first mention of UAPs. But it was also, especially for me and like John Burroughs and Rendlesham, it was the first common use of UAPs. That's the way that they defined it in that report, and that's where that page comes from. But yeah, been very aware of it for quite a while.
Oh, I guess my main thing, it was not so much the UAPs, but the fact that they concluded whatever is going over their airspace is looking into nuclear sites like Long Been, like we hear all the time, and also environmental issues. So it's like I just wouldn't see another country, and this is happening around the world, similar patterns, why we would think this would be like some military tech that's been since the 1950s. It's got to be like some type of alien probe or something living in the extra dimension or underneath our seas. But everybody's focused on these like little triangles with Jeremy Corbell or Roswell. Just things that are insignificant. And we see other countries way more practical, like really looking at data, while we're here in America arguing over Reddit or Twitter about nonsense.
Yeah. It's a really good point, Dylan. It's a really good point. I'm excited. I don't know how to approach this, but I am excited that it is apparently just being discussed out in the open here. But I will constantly go back to one basic point. That this UFO community has been teased and ridiculed and made fun of by the government for so many years. And now we are being force-fed, like a tube down the throat. We're being force-fed into suddenly trusting the government. Well...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not jumping in feet first here, and just like anything else, you've got to give it time. So let's see what this UAPTF report contains. Let's see how the Senate and the House and Capitol Hill in general responds to this. Is this going to be approached as purely a military issue, or is this a planet Earth issue? And there is so much that has been looked into by the UFO community, and that goes with Jacques Vallée or Richard Dolan or Linda Moulton Howe and Travis Walton, and I just mentioned John Burroughs and Rendlesham. So much has been looked into, so much that this isn't a military situation. Right now, I feel that they're making it a military issue when I don't think that it is. So we need to relax. We need to see how this report is written, what is in the report, and then how the government and the Senate and the military is paid for by us. They don't, we don't work for them. We don't. And that's the way that we need to look at this. This is our concern. This is an Earth matter. This isn't a military matter. And it's clearly not. And that's it. That's how I look at this country, and that's how I look at the world. It's ours. They work for us. We elected them, right? Now, how are you going to respond to this? And that's really the truth. That's the bottom line. So, Dylan, enjoy the rest.
I wouldn't trust you.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. No, we got to give it time, man. Thank you so much, Dylan, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look, I've been waiting for something like this to happen for a very, very, very long time. Now it appears that we're right on the edge of this busting out to the big time. But science is involved with this. We have to look at the science side. Science is involved. The people of this country. So many sightings and eyewitness testimony and the things that I've seen and others around me, people that I respect that have been chasing this for a long time. Well, again, our government works for us. I understand that some things need to be kept secret, but not the UFO issue, not ET. No. If Russia's got some secret submarine and some secret submarine tech and our military is aware of it, or satellites or hypersonic this or bullets, I don't care. if you know, and our military is aware of those secrets, that we're not going to find out about that. Keep that a secret. Okay, all right. You don't want Russia to know what we know about them, and it's the same thing, right? We don't want our technology available to our adversaries. I get that. Keep that a secret. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about ET, extraterrestrial craft, not of this earth. That is ours. Can't keep that a secret from us. You just can't. And science, look, James Webb, that telescope, I just talked about this in my opening tonight. Science is out there looking for this. They are looking, astronomers are trying to figure out a way to look at a planet and see if there's life on it. That's where we are right now, not wondering if there are planets out there. We know the planets. We're going to be looking at these planets directly, and we will look for signs of life, and it's going to be found. And when it is found, that's knowledge for us. That's knowledge for us. That's not for the government to find out about and keep it a secret. No, it's not that kind of party. It's not. So, this whole trust and verify, that's right. And that's the way that I'm never going to change my mind with that. Ever. I was very critical about TTSA. Why? And if you go back, and I'll say it once again, 10, 12 people listed on TTSA's website, and 90%, 95% of the employees of TTSA are counterintelligence and CIA and Department of Defense. I got a concern with that. I got a big concern. I don't care what is said. That right there, no. And if Fade to Black, if I had 12 employees here and 10 of them were CIA and counterintelligence, you don't think you would have an issue with what I say and what the message is? You would. And I would be fighting that battle forever, no matter what I thought this company was based on, right? And the freedom of thought. No, I would fight that battle. And that right there, when I saw that with TTSA, of course I'm going to speak about that. Very concerned, right? And I had said then, okay, all right, there it is. It's laid out. Let's give this a couple of years. Let's see how they handle themselves. I don't trust anything like that. No. Right? Okay. It's the same thing now. It's the same right now with what is going on with the UAPTF and the DIA and the ODNI and everything that is going on. They ain't my friend. No, they've teased and ridiculed and made fun of this community for a very, very long time. All right? So that's it. It's trust and verify. All right, let's see. Jimmy made me spend more of my Canadian Monopoly money by hanging sick guitar. That's a nice guitar. Oh, you bought a Jackson like I've got. Jackson Soloist. That's a great guitar, man. Well done. Well done. He got one of those right there, that orange one. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but that bright orange one down there. All right, let's see who's up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Seth from Wyoming.
Hi, Seth from Wyoming. How are you, man?
I'm great. I want to try something if you're up for it.
Sure.
I kind of want to know what's on your mind and then give you my perspective and see if we could do a little role reversal. What do you think?
It depends on what it's about.
UAPs, sir.
Okay. You want to go UAPs. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you first.
Anything that's on your mind. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess what you were just talking about, about trusting but verifying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I've seen so much division in the UFO community.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to unite the clans, like they say in Braveheart. And the only way to do that, I think each one of us has to take that step to lead not with suspicion, not with trust, but I think giving someone a chance has a whole lot to do with respect. And I think that, and I'm a guy that likes Lou. I called in a week or two ago about that.
Okay.
But it's not about liking him. It's about respecting someone who puts himself between two hard places, between a rock and a hard place, I guess is the saying.
Right.
And I like watching the human element of this. ETs aside, this is a human conversation, but it's also a human solution. That I think we will find. I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of obstacles and struggles, but I think we do have a lot more in common in the end, and that we all don't just want to know about ETs, but we all kind of we really do want to lay these things aside. I think this past year there's been a lot of mistrust and a lot of doubt, but I think people eventually yearn not just for peace, but for unification in one form or the other. And I think with Chris Mellon and all them, the TTSA, some people think, it's disinformation or whatnot, but I think everything's useful, I think everything leads to a better outcome eventually. How do you feel about that, sir?
Well, see, this is it's not even a touchy area. It's not. And I'll explain it very simply. Tom DeLonge has got all the money in the world to keep TTSA going. Okay? He's got all the money in the world.
Sure.
He didn't. And if you go back to his original press conference and his presentation, which was going to be technology for the masses, we're going to backwards engineer this, and we've got Justice from Skunk Works, Steve Justice. He's going to come in. We're going to develop free energy for the world. You're going to have a supersonic anti-gravity commercial jetliner that we're going to cure all. We're going to do that. We're going to be revealing all of this tech, and we're going to be bringing you videos and evidence, and we're going to investigate. We're going to find out about what's going on. We're going to do that too as well. And then we're going to have an entertainment division. We're going to do documentaries, and we're going to do this, and we're going to present everything to the world. All the, you know what? Got everybody's hopes up. Everybody's hopes up.
Sure.
And the second it got a little rough, gone. Over. Over. It's done.
Right.
Now, is that the way to develop trust? Is that, and it's Tom DeLonge, man. He's a frigging great singer of a great band, and got the people just up, and I'm just happy, right, that this is going down, and it didn't. Now, why Tom has the power. He has got a checkbook. Keep TTSA going, bro. For the masses, for the people, for the world, for the future, for everything, for humanity. And it's done. Right. What? Everything rested on Mellon and Justice and Lou, and they leave, and that's it. It's replace them. Hire some more people, invest some more money. Where I want my anti-gravity people mover that you promised me. You remember the pictures. And it was right there, and looking at, man, I mean, how exciting was that? And you just want to quit? What? I don't care about an Angel and Airwaves CD about little green men. I don't care about that. I don't care about another Secret Machines book. I don't care about that. It was all the other big promises, and no, so trust is a hard thing. Trust is tough, man.
Sure.
It's tough.
Yeah. And
do you know how many, Seth, do you know how many hearts were broken? Where people for once said, you know what, I can trust this guy. And I like Tom DeLonge. I do. And how many people emotionally that are so connected to this subject go and invest and buy stock, and they're talking to their friends, and here we are, right? And to have all of that just go away, that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool. And I'm not sure if Tom loses sleep over this. I don't know if he cares. I don't. Go to, I don't even know. But why don't you go to the TTSA Twitter page? How many tweets have they done in the last year? I don't know. I haven't been there, but I would venture to guess none. 1, 2. There's probably nobody manning that Twitter account, the social media, the thing, communicating to the masses. You just can't pull up stakes like that. You can't do it. And so when I said 3 years ago, let's give TTSA a couple of years and and let's see what happens, and then let's do the trust thing. Well, I'm not saying I was right. I'm saying that moving forward now with the government and everything else, wait a minute, slow down, everybody. Let's hope for the best. Let's bring it in, but keep your emotions close to you. I don't want to see broken hearts. I don't want to see it. I don't. There's a lot of hope right now that is being laid out on this UAPTF report. A lot. This is the subject. This is what's running Twitter and social media and the news media, everything, man, the coverage. I just read an article today by Avi Loeb about this. Avi Loeb, professor at Harvard, right? Speaking about the UAPTF report. And could this be connected to Oumuamua? And he's right. Right? Everybody is talking about it. So
that'd be awesome.
Let's see. I am cool with just writing it out. Let's just write it out.
Right.
And there you go. Hey, Seth, I just blew past my commercial break.
Oops.
Yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your night, man. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you so much.
Sorry about that, sir.
It's all great, man. Don't worry about it, Seth. You wanted those questions asked. I answered them. That's good stuff right there. Thank you, Seth from Wyoming. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. Open lines all night long. 2 segments left. I'll be right back.
Hi everybody, this is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on jimmychurchradio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to wtih.com. That's wtih.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to wtih.com. That's wtih.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to wtih.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's wtih.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from Rivermoon. Just click on the Rivermoon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
When you're in the house for longer periods of time, you can see them flying or running across the floor. Ooh, yuck. They're unhealthy, gross, and disgusting. Bugs. I loathe bugs. We keep a clean home, but occasionally bugs show up. Well, I found something that is tougher than bugs. Orange Guard. On contact, it kills hidden bugs, including ants, roaches, and fleas. Plus, Orange Guard is a residual repellent. All of the ingredients of Orange Guard are on the FDA generally recognized as safe list. Orange Guard may be used around food, humans, and pets. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Orange Guard, available at orangeguard.com, Whole Foods, and Ace Hardware.
Gold loves chaos.
uncertainty, and disarray. History shows us what gold does when people aren't sure about the government, the stock market, their jobs, or their retirement savings. Our national debt is skyrocketing. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against inflation and a stock market that might take years to recover. So what can you do right now to protect yourself? Call United Gold Group. We offer gold and other precious metals delivered securely within 72 hours. Are you worried about the stock market? We can also help you set up a real gold or silver IRA or a 401k. Safe and secure. United Gold Group makes gold ownership affordable. Call now and get up to $2,500 in free gold or silver with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534 or visit UnitedGoldGroup.com.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. It's my favorite thing to do. Oh, man. Some people never learned. They don't get it. They don't get it. Got to stay in bounds, man. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. Or it's chop, chop. Chop, chop. 747-228-2051. Fade to Black. Open lines. Thursday night, Fadernight in the morning in just a few minutes. I'm going to be on a plane. Who sang that song? I'm leaving on a jet plane. Was that Peter, Paul, and Mary? And then somebody else did another version of it. That was really good, too, as well. But that song always pops in my head when I pull into an airport. It does. But, yep, I think I'm on the road 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Wrap this show at 10 and shut the bunker down and throw some pants into a suitcase and just go. I have a travel bag. Everything's in there. That stays zipped up. That's always ready to go. That's, I have a couple of suitcases that always stay semi-packed. That's it. And this is how, I don't know how you do it, but this is how I do it. I flip that thing open, grab a stack of T-shirts, 3-4 pairs of jeans, underwear, socks, zip it up. I don't care. Whatever. If I miss something, I missed it. But that's it. I just go. I don't think about it. I can pack for a plane 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, tops. I am just a professional at it. So there you go. All right, let's see who's up next. 747-228-2051. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
It's Shauna from Austin, Texas.
Shauna from Austin.
It's Shauna.
Deshauna?
Ishana.
Ishana.
Yeah, the one with the Hina dolls.
Yeah, there you go. How you doing?
I'm okay. I haven't called you in a long time, but the other day I was house sitting, and the people that I was house sitting for came home, actually. And I said, do you see that in the sky? And there was a little party going on, so there's a lot of Lone Star beer. I know it's cheap beer, but Dos Equis and people having fun. And I'm the only one looking up in the sky. I don't know what made me look up there, but I saw colorful lights in Kyle, Texas. So I tried to take a video, and I said, does anybody see this? And no one paid attention to me whatsoever. But what bothered me about it, Jimmy, is that in 1997 in Washington State, when I lived there, I saw the same colorful lights, and there's a show called Sightings that showed it from the Oregon side. And when I was in Washington State, I woke up with a swollen eyeball. I remember because I had to be a door guard at a beer garden in Seattle the next day. Even though I was a musician, I thought it'd be fun to, attend an event and be staff. So I worked the whole door guard thing with a swollen eyeball, so I never forgot that. And then I saw the show Sightings, saw the colorful light, and it really freaked me out. It gave me a very bad feeling. And when I came here to Texas in 2004, I see a lot of stuff in the sky, a lot of weird things, but I never really feel weird about it. But last week, when I was house sitting and nobody would pay attention to me, trying to get them to look at this red, yellow, and green lights rotating in the sky. I said, is that a satellite? And nobody could answer my question. I thought, no, Jimmy can.
I can't.
It was a low hang in the sky.
Right.
Very, very bright. Is that a satellite? I mean, I took video of it, and I forgot about it until I was on Facebook, and I saw Richard Dolan was on yesterday. And I thought, oh, and it just reminded me. And I thought, I haven't even looked at the video yet to see if it actually captured it. But I said, hey, look. And nobody, I don't know why they wouldn't pay attention to it,
Right.
But I woke up with a very weird feeling. But because of the pandemic and everything, I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow for loved ones overseas. And I lost my full-time job. And I have my part-time job and my gold auctions and YouTube. I can monetize it. I can do a lot of things. So I'm just trying to be really strong for a loved one who's locked down overseas on it. They didn't expect it. And I was trying to go over there. They're trying to come over here. And all of a sudden they're locked down. So my mindset is on loved ones. But this thing disturbed me very badly. I was out in the sun, and I never peel. And I came home with scratches, cuts, dots all over my ankles that I cannot explain.
Right.
Something that looks like shingles all over my waist that's now healing because I put coconut oil and rubbing alcohol and things like that on it. And I have a lot of weird cuts and scratches and a bad feeling about those colorful lights.
Yeah, post the video. Post the video. Are you a member of the Fade to Black radio page? Are you a member?
I have been. You gave me honorary status, and I was posting on Fade to Black after the Hina doll took the spider on the neck. And then I got really super busy with that job that I don't have anymore.
Right.
And it just took over my life.
Well, you don't have the job anymore. Post that video.
Right.
Yeah, post that video.
I have to.
Yeah, post the video. I want to see it. Yeah, post the video.
I'm going to look at it. It's on this phone that I'm on right now. And you know what, Jimmy? The weird part is I completely forgot about it until I was on Facebook and I saw that you had Richard Dolan on yesterday. I even forgot everything I did on Facebook, which was always go to Fade to Black. Every night I listen to Fade to Black. Every day I got on the bus to ride to my job that's just down the street that I don't have anymore. I would listen to your radio show on the way to work to avoid to talk, strangers and everything. And just focus and get in the mood for working, right? And I would listen to Fade to Black every morning, and that would really get me going with my mind. It was like mind exercise to listen to your show. before I have to engage with people. And, the pandemic locked me down. I was 100% locked down from March 2020 till June 15th. And I'm just blown away right now because I saw the colorful lights like 10 times. I was once in Washington State when they did it from the Oregon side on sightings. Anybody can look that up. 1997, it was taken from the other side of the mountains. I was in the Cascade. That's where I woke up with it was like a baseball on my eye. I was like, why is my eye swollen like this? And I really, honestly, I kept it away from the band I was in at the time, but I think I was abducted. And my mother and father and family members used to talk about alien things from West Virginia, where we used to live. And I just didn't pay too much mind about it when I was a kid. But
well, they say they say it's generational.
I know.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I really don't. It spooks me out.
Well, post the video. Ishana, post the video so I can see it, and then I can comment. I want to see the video.
So, do I just go to the regular fadetoblack.com?
No, go to the Facebook fan page.
Okay, you mean the one that I saw the Richard Dolan advertisement?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it right there. Ishana, enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you. It's good to hear your voice again.
It's good to hear your voice again.
I'll talk to you.
I hope you have a beautiful night, and your coffee has addicted me. I'm saving some of it for a special occasion.
It's the best coffee in the world. Ishana, enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend.
You too. Bye-bye, Jimmy.
Thank you so much. I want to see videos like that. I want to see. I just want to see the videos. So if you shoot a video like that, go to I think it's called Fade to Black on Facebook. Let me see here. Hold on for a second. It's called, let's see, Fade to Black. Is that what it's called? Oh man, maybe what? I don't even know. Oh, here it is. Fade to Black with Jimmy Church official fan group. That's what the page is called. It is called officially Fade to Black with Jimmy Church official fan group, and it's private. And if you're not a member, I think you got to fill out like a questionnaire. You got to do all of that. We steal all of your information, but you get through that, and then I don't know how it's done. We have the Fadernauts that handle this page and do it. I don't look at the new members or go through. I don't know how that's done, but that's the main page. We have it's a private group. There's a few thousand members there, but it's really cool. That's where I hang out the most. There's a few different fan pages, but this one is the main one. So there you go. All right, that's the one that we post to, and you can go and check that out. Okay, so it's Fade to Black with Jimmy Church official. That's what it is called. All right. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And it's Thursday night. It's Fader night. We've got a segment and a half left. Let's see who's up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. It's Deb from Sacramento.
How are you? How many times did you call tonight?
I called in once, then you threw me under the bus, and I was on hold when you did that, and so then I hung up. And then I waited a while, and then I called back because if my phoning in is responsible for those bong, bong, bongs, I don't want to contribute to that. But I think you're messing with me. You're just messing with me.
So what's on your mind tonight?
Okay, so I'm calling in to represent the YouTube chat room. And this is in honor of your guest, Ronnie Dawson, on Tuesday night. It was such a great interview. We admire your professionalism in being able to get through all of that. And we were just dying over here with some of it. And we have questions that they're probing questions, Jimmy. They matter to us, and we wanted to run them past you because the next time you have them on, we want you to be able to ask some of these for us. And I'm saving this. I've comprised a list, and I can happily email it to you. So what I'd like to do is just quickly go through these and get your response at the end. And our very last question is for you personally. Would that be okay?
I don't think I have a choice, do I?
It's your show. It's your choice, Jimmy.
Okay. First question. Go ahead.
Okay. So number 10. And this is just
number 10. How many questions?
I'm going to go through these quick.
Okay.
It's a top 10 list, and I want to go through them quickly and then get your response.
Okay.
Okay. So, does Cat Lady use catnip in her bong hits? Number 9. Does bonding on such a deep level?
Okay. Wait. I got to answer these.
No. Okay. You can if we have time.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Are these 10 questions? It's a top 10 what list?
Yes. Top 10 list of questions.
Okay. Well, then, what's number 10? Let's start over. Number 10.
Okay. Does Cat Lady use catnip in her bong hits?
No. Next question.
Okay. Since bonding on such a deep level, can he still watch movies like Lassie, Marley and Me, Cujo, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and Call of the Wild?
Never. Next question.
Okay.
I never watch dog movies. I know the ending.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
number 8.
I know. Sad. Okay. Number 8. Since the encounter, does he have erotic cat dreams and awake coughing up fur balls?
No.
Okay. During the act, was he able to make her purr, hiss, or caterwaul?
Okay. Again, repeat.
During the act with her, was he able to make her purr, hiss, or caterwaul?
I wasn't there. Okay, next.
I know. Did the cat lady use his back as a scratching post, or does she use the litter box?
I wasn't there. Okay, next question.
I know. Okay. Let's see. Has he acquired any new proclivities, like he and his wife dressing up like cats and stalking each other through the woods?
They better.
I hope so.
Yes.
Is he paying child support for a litter of 9?
That would suck. Next.
Does he feel awkward when he wakes? Sorry, hold on. Does he feel awkward when he wakes up in bed and his cat is staring at him?
Probably not. Probably not. Okay, next.
Okay. Did he catch fleas or mange?
I hope not. Okay. These are good.
We got a free last-minute bonus one, so I really want to put them in. What brand of prophylactics work best in the 5th dimension?
Oh, that's a really, really, really. You know what? Probably glow in the dark.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Someone wanted to know, how long has he been breathing fumes from working in the oil fields?
You know what's funny about that question? When you meet Ronnie Dawson, now the story's great. I mean, everything from the beginning to the end. I'm telling you right now, Ronnie will look you dead in the eye and tell the story. He is the most honest, open, funny. He's just a great guy, and I can only, in my estimation, I'm taking his experiences at face value. I 100% am.
So do we.
Yeah.
Do we. That's why we came up with this list.
Okay.
You know, the whole thing was concerning. We had probing questions that we wanted to pose. I had one more bonus, and then the last one's for you, Jimmy.
Okay.
The third bonus question was it really 17 inches, and does he relate it to QAnon?
Oh, ba-dum-bum. Deb's here all week. Try the veal.
I knew that was coming.
Now,
so the last one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
The last
Okay.
one's for you.
Okay, go ahead. We're almost out of time, so go.
I know. So, aliens have determined, these aliens in particular, they need more virile men from this planet after this experience with Ronnie. So they have tagged you and Dave Schrader. They contacted Dave Schrader. He was all in, happy to cooperate, but he said, well, I don't know about Jimmy, though. He might be hard to convince. So they have a proposal for you, and this is the scenario. They want to know if you would be willing to cooperate with, fall on your sword, so to speak, contribute your DNA material. It would only be one time, but it would have to be, a one-nighter all night. And in payment of that, they will add 100 more healthy years to your life. Do you accept?
No.
And why?
No,
for 100 more years, you'd be able to see disclosure and all the tech.
Right.
You wouldn't do it for 100 more years?
No, you know what? Because and I'm going to speak directly to this. I would go crazy.
Are you allergic to cats?
No. I would go crazy with 100 extra years. You would have to occupy your mind and to do it. But yeah, that's why I would decline. But if they really want, they could take one of my fingernails, extract the DNA, clone me, and do whatever they want. But me right here, no, my contribution to humanity is this microphone. And I'm going to stick with that, Deb. Yep.
That's great.
Yep. Dave Schrader can run around in a Boy Scout uniform and a fly swatter and chase alien cattail if he's down for that. And his wife will, that's on Dave. That's on Dave.
He's a breeder.
Yes, he is. He's got
Dave.
18 kids. So.
Yeah, I was going to say 45. Now, the thing about tonight with the chop over there, we know what you're really doing. You're channeling your Elvis, because Elvis did the karate thing, and you said the other night that if you get on that plane and there's shenanigans and nonsense, you're just going to chop them in the throat, and you're just getting warmed up for that, I think.
Yep. You never know. You never know.
Well,
hopefully it'll be a nice, safe flight. Enjoy your night, Deb. Great top 10 list. And I'll see you on Monday.
Get into first class, Jimmy. Fly in first class and avoid the riffraff.
You know I fly first class. I hope so. I only fly first class. I don't know what's going on with the minions behind me. No, man, that curtain is pulled, and I've got grapes and champagne. Have a great night, Deb.
That's excellent.
We'll see you on Monday.
Have a safe flight. We missed you, Jimmy. Okay, take care. Have a good time. Bye-bye.
It's time to fade to black. I got to get straight to a break right here. And there you go. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. This is Fade to Black. What a great night on the show. I just love the phone calls. Hanging out with all of you. It is absolutely wonderful. 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls are next after this short break. Stay with me.
Here, and you are listening to my boy Jimmy Church on jimmychurchradio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter,
but listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee.
Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black Blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
This is Billy Carson with ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Forbidden Knowledge TV has just reached its 1-year anniversary. That's right, 1 year. And as a show of appreciation, we are giving all new subscribers a free 30-day trial of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's 30 days to binge watch thousands of movies, documentaries, conferences, workshops, lectures, yoga classes, meditation courses, and so much more. So log on to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv from your computer or mobile device, or get the Forbidden Knowledge TV app on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, iTunes, or Google Play today, and use coupon code 30daysfree. That's coupon code 30 days free on ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight open lines. I love hanging out with all of you. You guys are the best. I really mean that. This is just a great night for me. And then I'm heading out on a jet plane in the morning. And there you go. We've got one segment left. Let me see how many calls are on hold here. Let me go. Ooh, man, I better get busy. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello there, Mr. Church. This is Ben from Tennessee.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm even writing down your last name in my call log. How are you, Ben?
Man, I'm doing great. It's been a long time. I guess I'm making I'll probably call it maybe twice a year, but I go way back in the day.
Yeah, you
Which
do.
Brings up the question, do you ever hear from Steve from Bluefield anymore?
He calls in once in a while. Yeah, he does. He does. I know he's listening. We love Steve. Yeah, he's checked in a couple of times, and it's really funny when the show was going a little interesting, right? It goes down that interesting road. He calls in, and yeah, we love Steve. So, how's the track?
Well, man, it's good, but I'm still in touch with those guys. But just so you know, I've made a little bit of a career change. As you know, the racing game, it is a fast-paced lifestyle, and I'm probably a little bit older than you. I don't know if I am or not. We're probably about the same age, and I got a young son. He's 16 years old, and I got to keep up with him on the athletic field, take good care of that young man. And I moved over. I'm doing PR and marketing now for a brain injury rehabilitation center here in Tennessee.
Oh, right on. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, the racing, the racing game, which I love, as you know, we've talked about it so much. And it was the Indy 500. Did you watch it?
I did.
That was a good race.
And even It was, and I called the twin races up there in Detroit too, and a couple of nasty accidents there. Then yeah, it's always fun. I mean, motorsports. I actually still do go up to Bristol on the race weekends and help out and visit the races. And but as far as that being a day-to-day job for me, no longer doing that. But just staying busy doing other things, man.
Yeah, right on, Ben. So what's on your mind?
Well, no, I was just number one, Richard bleeping Dolan and baseball. Really?
Yep.
I loved that last night.
You have no idea. Him and I, when we got into that conversation last week, it was such an eye-opener for me. And one of the things that we talked about was that in the sports world, it doesn't matter if it's soccer, if it's swimming, gymnastics, basketball, football. It just doesn't matter. Baseball. You're going to have fans that are fanatics, and they know every, stat about everything everywhere. And baseball is even more interesting with that. And I said to Richard, I go, because somebody is going to have a conversation, and I can talk about yesterday's box scores. But somebody else is going to talk about relief pitching for the Minnesota Twins in 1975, and they know every, you know what I mean, and they know every. And Richard goes, "Yeah, I know all those stats." And Richard's one of those guys. Yeah.
With him being the historian that he is, about it's so knowledgeable about everything from politics to UFOs to whatever. It's not hard for me to imagine how he could be that type of person that could just, roll out, who led the league in stolen bases in 1925.
Right. No, that's exactly the point, man. And some people have that capability to do that. I don't. I know a lot about music. I do. I know, and I'm able to compartmentalize things in my brain and file it away and get back to it later. I'm able to do that, but there are others that, like Richard, that have the capability to store information and recall it later, no matter what the subject is. And I don't have that capability, and Richard does. And I respect that. I do. I have a lot of respect. People, tell me, "Oh, Jimmy, you know so much." In certain things, I guess I kind of do. But there are others, like Richard. It doesn't matter if it's baseball or it's the history of the world. He can do that. I remember, this is like 12 years ago. I went back and memorized every division of the NFL and the teams that were in that division. I did it with baseball, and I did it with basketball. And I memorized, and just so if I had a conversation with anybody on the phone or an interview or things, I could pull this up. And then the next year, everything shifted, right? Each one was like, teams are now, and I'm going back and I'm memorizing this and how the playoffs are going to play out and the reasons for that. And I got to like the third year of that. I'm like, man, I give up. I can't. Yeah, I can't keep up with this. I cannot. I can't. I couldn't keep up with the draft and who got what and in all of professional sports. I just couldn't do it. And there are statisticians out there that I would watch Vin Scully. We were talking about him a couple of nights ago. Vin Scully does that. He would walk in to the studios there at Dodger Stadium. He's got a little tiny little book with him, a little tiny thing. Everything else is coming out of his mind, right?
Yes, he's lived it all, man. Right. He's been there from the beginning, just about. Well, I know not the beginning, but I mean, you look at all the years that he put in as the Dodger lead play-by-play guy, and for all the years he's been around baseball. I mean, my goodness gracious.
Right. And he can do. I can't. I don't have that capability. I just don't, Ben.
Hey, I don't want to take other people's time, but one question that I had for you regarding the upcoming report, or to be or not to be. I still have my questions about what we're going to hear and what may be revealed. But I just wanted to get your opinion on one thing, and then I'll just get off here. But do you think that, because when I say this, I'm thinking of Bezos and Musk and Richard Branson and people like that, and the fact that we can basically launch a satellite from our own backyard up into space now, that we're getting so close to where we can get up there just as a general population, to where we can take photographs, where we can see things that the government feels like, well, hey, there's no longer anything that we can do. Our human population is going to discover, what's up there, what's looking down on us. They're going to see other things, and we have to let we have to let the cat out of the bag and just go ahead and admit that, basically since 1947, we haven't been necessarily telling the truth. Do you think there could be anything to that?
100%. 100%. Ben, 100%. And let me explain why. The ability, like with Bezos and how he's doing Blue, and anybody else and Richard Branson and all of this private citizens flying up into space, and they've got a window right there, and they've got their cell phone right there, and they're going to be shooting images from out the window. That's not going to be in the government's control anymore. There's that element. The other part to that is this, and it's a very simple one. Up until very, very recently, all of that is under the government's control. Everything. All of the imaging, all of the astronauts, anything, ISS or Skylab and spacewalks and the moon, all of that was under the government's control, and it was all sanitized, retouched, and we saw what they allowed us to see. It's not that kind of party anymore. It's not. And I look forward to, and the government knows this. Now, if you're going to, I don't know, Ben, have you seen the windows on Blue Origin? Have you seen the size of the windows on that on the crew cabin?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, imagine what you are going to be able to see. Think about that. And the whole purpose of that is for, if you can afford it, for you to sit there comfortably in a seat with this ginormous panoramic window. You're looking out into space right there. And what are you going to do? You're going to have your friggin' iPhone or another camera, and you're going to be able to point that out the window and shoot whatever. And is that, no, I don't believe the government is going to be taking over your phones and looking at your videos and your images. And what about this? What if they have the internet on Blue Horizon or Origins, right? And what if you're FaceTiming, right? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would think that Jeff Bezos is going to make sure that Amazon and the Amazon infrastructure is going to be allowing you to have an internet feed, and so you can FaceTime after you just spent $200,000 in this seat. I would think that kind of first-class operation is going to allow you to live stream back to Earth. And so, yeah, I think that is a big concern for the government, and it should be, right? I mean, I'm not saying that they should control it. I'm saying that they're definitely aware that something may be seen from space and broadcast and captured by private citizens that is no longer in their control. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hey, Ben.
All right. Well, listen, brother, it's been great talking with you and catching up with you, and I hope you have safe travels back home this tomorrow. And by the way, it sounds like you pack just like I do. Quick and easy.
That's the only way to do it. Ben, enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
All right, bud. Take care. Bye-bye.
That is Ben Trout, formerly of the Bristol Motor Speedway. And there you go. Love Ben. He has been with us since the very, very beginning of Fade to Black. When you see me wear that Bristol T-shirt, which is one of my favorites, that's who sent it to me. And Ben Trout, such a cool guy. All right, let's see. Man, I'm looking at the clock. We're almost out of time. Almost out of time. Let's see who is up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. This is Dustin from Elkhart, Indiana. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Dustin, how are you?
Excellent. It's good to talk to you again.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
Well, I was wanting to comment on Mr. Dolan's appearance last night, and it was very haunting what he said. I think it was around the 2-hour mark, where that the military intelligence communities are going to use a lot of lawyer language to kick the can down the road, tiptoe around this whole subject. And, oh man, it's very stressful thinking 12 pages in 6 months, and that's all they got.
All they got for us. Yes. And
right, of course.
I don't think Richard is too far off the mark. I don't know. I don't know until we don't know until we know. Right? That's it. We don't know until we know. We can all speculate. Richard is smart, and he's analyzed this from every side. He's written books about this subject, about what's about to happen. Oh, yeah. And so we have to listen to Richard. And he's probably not too far off. He's probably not. I would think, I just used the word sanitized a few minutes ago, but you kind of have to use it again, where whatever is in that public side, the unclassified portion of this report, that is going to be worded so correctly and read over and over and over again to brace the world for this reality. And so it's probably what's not going to be said, which is going to be the most interesting part. And we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. Honestly, we just do. Will it be lawyerly? And I love that word. It is definitely going to be that. It is
laser precision.
Well, you can't freak out everybody, and you can't. And the other part is you can't point fingers directly at other countries. And that's the other lawyerly part. That's the political side of it, the geopolitical considerations here. So there's going to be that too as well. I don't expect any negativity, but for them to say that it's not us, it's definitely not our tech. If they really go that far, that says a lot. That says a lot.
Right.
It says a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. And one of the things. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
One of the things that pops up, and I've been thinking about this all day since I listened to that show at work today. A few years ago, Bashar, through Dolan, of course, came out with a statement that's been sticking with me for a while. That by the time we get any sort of official, concrete, brass tacks, government disclosure on alien life, it will not even be a question in our minds whether we're alone or not, for pretty much the entire planet. And it just gives me pause every time I think about that.
Right.
Yeah. Any kind of official disclosure won't.
There's okay. Now this is where, and I've thought about this so much. This is a point that most people have never even thought about, considered, and it's certainly never discussed. We are talking about the concern of this, right? We're talking about a certain amount, a certain segment of the world's population. You're talking about maybe 1 billion people that are going to be concerned. Okay? There's 3.5 billion people on this planet, 3 billion, don't have the internet, don't have a phone, don't have money, and don't have food. And those 3 billion people are not sitting around thinking about ET, or know about the UAPTF, or concerns about anything. They are worried about their next meal. And that's the focus of their day. And if I'm going to go and have a conversation with them about this, they're not going to care. It's not a concern of theirs. It's simply not. Right? Crystals, awakening, chakra, 4D, 3D, 5D, the openness of humanity. That's all great. And I love that part of the community. But what does that mean to the 3 billion people on this planet that can't eat, that are digging through a garbage dump every single day? Right? Homeless on the streets, the slums of Brazil or India or across Africa. No. And I think about that part of it. Yeah, okay. We have the intelligentsia, the college graduates, the people that have the internet and phones, and they have the opportunity in their life to not worry about food or money, and they can contemplate us not being alone in the universe. That is phenomenal that you are in that segment of society. I happen to be born who I am. I got a lucky card. I did. I drew the lucky card. I could have just as well have been what I witnessed in Panama, somebody that's got our standards of no future. And are they concerned about an alien presence on this planet? Are they concerned about disclosure? No. I just happen to be fortunate enough that I can think about these things. And it was, I got the lucky draw, so all of this, the future of everything. Yeah, I'm fascinated with it. But there's another 3 billion people on this planet that don't have what you and I have. They don't have the phone that you have to call in and ask me these questions. They don't have that. So let's worry about them. Are these questions going to be answered? I hope that they are, right? But I am very concerned about the other 3 billion people on this planet that don't have the opportunity to have these thoughts. All right? And I'm going to stick by that, Indeed. Dustin. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your night, my friend, and we'll see you on Monday after this weekend.
A pleasure, sir. Safe travels.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm being serious about that. You need to listen to what I'm saying. There's another 3 billion beautiful souls, on this planet. We need to think about them, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You know what? Go feed the world. And I'm being so Warren Buffett, these hedge fund guys that made $500 million last year or $1 billion for doing nothing. There's plenty of money and food and opportunity on this planet to take care of everybody. And we want to sit around and argue about it just irritates me. And I think about this stuff. I really, really do. I really do. All right, let me see. Man, I've got a lot of calls on hold. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Well, that call didn't go through. Okay, all right. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to do this rapid fire. You got to be ready. You've got to be ready. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jeff, Door County, Wisconsin.
This is who?
Jeff, Door County, Wisconsin. Can you hear me all right?
I got you, Jeff. What's on your mind?
Yeah, when you think about the history of the UFO topic, there's a lot of history behind it. So, and you look at what they're doing publicly. I mean, isn't this a case where realistically, so much of that information, fact-based, is already there?
I think that way. I'm not sure if everybody thinks that way, but I do. Sure.
Yeah, because I've written a document about it. It's about 135 pages long, and it's all fact-based, and it's obvious that, the Department of Defense, U.S. Air Force, etc., have been involved in it, all kinds of, videos showing they're involved in it, radio news announcements showing they're involved, going way back some 70 odd years. So realistically, none of this is anything new, is it?
Well, it depends on what you mean. Are you talking about the UFO subject in general?
Well, I mean, like Winston Churchill's Flying Saucer Working Party that he initiated is one example. United States Project Grudge, Project Sign, Project Blue Book, CIA Robertson Panel, etc. UFO press conferences at the Pentagon in 1952, June. Congressional hearings on UFOs in 66 and 68. Is any of this really new? I mean, there's a full history of it.
Well, from the U.S. perspective, that is pretty documented. So you can state clearly through a linear timeline, and put up all of these points along that timeline where the government was obviously interested. They were talking about it. They were seeing things. And, Project Blue Book is a classic example of where the cataloging was happening. So, sure. But we're just talking about the last 50, 60, 70 years. I think that the eyewitness testimony that goes back historically all the way, 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, back to biblical times, that this is nothing new. It's not a modern issue. I think it goes way back, and the citizens of this planet right now are waking up to it. And I think that the educated part of this, where you can go and look at the historical side, those people are all saying the same thing. Of course, we're not alone in the universe, and putting the entire government issue to the side. In a lot of ways, I could really give a rat's ass about the government's point of view, is the scientific side. And right now, from 1995 to now, to 2021, the numbers and what we understand about the universe, our Milky Way, the amount of galaxies, the size of the universe, and how many planets are actually out there, which it's trillion times a trillion. It's like the craziest, biggest number that you can, and that's in one galaxy. One! And there's an infinite amount of galaxies out there. We know that today. So the government's knowledge of this, I could give a rat's ass. Science is what is going to prove how this situation is going to end up being dealt with. And that's it. I will always support that angle. Yeah, the two ideas and the two mindsets are going to collide, and that's it. That's the pursuit of everything. Right now, we're putting the James Webb satellite up this year. That satellite, that telescope, is designed to do one thing: look for alien life on a planet. Not look for planets. Look for life on those planets. To look for lighted cities. To study the atmospheres. To look for anybody that's looking back at us. That's what it's designed for. That's what science is trying to do. And they're going to get to it. They are going to, right now there are astronomers, astrophysicists that are racing to find extraterrestrial life. That's what they do when they wake up. And they go to bed after doing it all day, and they're going to get up the next day and they're going to continue until they find it. And that definitive proof is going to be out there. And that's it. And with that,
about it,
what's that?
When you think about it, we're already here, So.
Well, that's the other part. And Jeff, I got to sign off, man. I'm 10 seconds late to credits. You have a good night, and you have a great weekend. It's time to fade to black. Thank you so much, Jeff. Elkhart, Indiana. I got to run credits and get out of here so I can go pack my suitcase for 90 seconds. And get up in the morning and head to Indianapolis, Naptown. What a great night on the show. Thank you to everybody that called in. It's just the funnest night of the week. It's the greatest night in all of radio in all of the world. Fade to Black's executive producers, Rita Kamurian. Fade to Black is produced by Hill J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark T. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboys, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and syndication is KGRA, The Planet. This is broadcast owned and copyrighted 2021 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We got a great week lined up next week. I'll be back on Monday in time for the show Monday night. Until then, everybody be safe. It's time to fade to black.